Hi, my name is Micah and this is Internet Introvert. My video called I'm an INFP in an ESTJ world is doing very well on YouTube. So I decided I want to make it kind of like a series. First episode was like a pilot episode, and this is just going to delve deeper into specific topics. I do recommend that you watch that video though. Today, I want to talk about that inner child. I feel like becoming an adult, for me as an INFP, really messed with my inner child. I think that, whew, it's hard, yeah. I told a friend the other day that I feel like I've lost the best thing about myself. And they were like, what are you talking about? And I told them, my hope. I feel like as an adult, it's so hard for me to hope now. And it's so hard for me to be idealistic about my future. Because I've seen so much evidence now in adulthood to the contrary, the opposite of what I believed I was destined for. I feel like that hopeful voice that pushed me to do things, even into adolescence, really died last year. And it's dramatic to say it like that, but it died. And I want to do a story time about, the corporate world and the world of work and why I left literally so quickly. For some people, I guess the transition isn't as hard, but I feel like for me and probably for other INFPs, it is hard. That hopeful voice, that idealistic voice I had in my head that used to push me to do things has been replaced with such a critical voice that is so keen and willing to remind me of how things did not work out for me in the past. Let's get specific. I don't like talking so abstractly. Let's give an example. The best example I could give right now is what I've been trying to make my career for the last 3-ish years, which is this: YouTube. Being myself, making art, i.e. pop music, and getting people to connect to it and to connect to me. And basically feeling like I've been failing at that for the last 3 years. Now, I'm hesitant about every move that I make because I remind myself of how things did not work out for me in the past. Because I have like a long list now of like a running list of failures and like things I expected to change my life and to change the world for me that really didn't. Videos I expected to do well, songs I expected to do well, And I feel like that same voice also reminds me of what I can't do. So even if I do have great ideas right now, I don't have the resources to get it out into the world. And I feel bad about that too. So it's just more self-criticism, more hate, more hopelessness, more despair. While in childhood, when you imagined who you were going to be at 26, at 13, that seemed like, first of all, a lifetime away from you. And it just seemed like, because it's like the way of the future, anything was possible. So of course, I would have a house, I would have a car, I would have, the resources to do anything that I want. Like, of course, I would be a mega superstar, or like Britney Spears. Who? Me. And it's just that huge disconnect between who you expected to be and then who you actually are because of the traits that you have and the things that you don't like to do. And I know that on my channel, I do stress grit and INFPs, us learning skills. And especially for like us introverts, like we have to learn a lot of skills, especially if you're an introvert that doesn't have extroverted feeling or extroverted thinking. Those things, those cognitive functions really help you in like society. Not so much extroverted intuition. I think actually all the extroverted things help except extroverted intuition. Extroverted sensing is good because it helps you have will and take charge in the moment. Extroverted thinking is great because it helps you organize, plan, delegate, create structure that you could follow for maximum efficiency. Extroverted feeling is good because you get to create harmony with people, you're able to build connections with people, and who provide opportunities? People. Imagine being bad at all of those things. Being bad / not valuing. Because it's not that we're bad at extroverted feeling, we just don't value it. But imagine being bad or not valuing all these traits that really help people be successful in the adult world. And the adult world is really the working world, is really the money world. Because that's when you realize, wait, everything has a cost. Friendships have a cost. Relationships have a cost. Adulting has a cost. Freedom has a cost. And so much of the cost has to be paid with sacrifice and grit and just qualities that I know INFPs and I know that I need to develop. But it's very, 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 very difficult. The weight of it, the overwhelming pressure of it, the overwhelming expectation of it, and my failure to meet up to it, and my failure to rise to the challenge and to make something out of the creative career that I chose just really killed that innocence. It really killed that sense of hope, that sense of wonder, that sense of everything is possible and I could do anything that I want to in life if I decide it. Because that's what we're taught as children. You can do anything you want if you put your mind to it. But then you grow up and you realize, can I? And I do have a belief system now that I'm using to try to help me believe in that again. Okay? So it's not like I'm completely hopeless again, otherwise I wouldn't be able to record this video. But you get to that point, I got to that point of where I'm like, can I really do anything? Do I really have an impact on this reality? Do I just basically have to sacrifice until maybe things go well? And it's hard to sacrifice when you feel broken. When you feel like the best thing about you, the world doesn't value. The fact that we advocate for how things should be. It's like, that's nice. The fact that we have ideas, okay, that's nice, but what are you doing? What are you putting into practice? How is that valuable to the community? Sometimes I do feel like I want a prize literally just for doing what everybody else does. Literally just for doing what everybody else does because it's just so hard for me. It's because it's so easy for some people just to do things. Like, what do you mean? Like, of course I could just work a job I don't like. Like, it's so easy to do that. Like, I see the goal, I see the end goal. I want to have money, I want to feel good about, that my situation. I want to be content. And it's just like, I wish that my brain worked that way. But I want to feel good doing what I want to do. And that's not selfish. Because there's so many people in the world who get to do that. Who get to do exactly, mostly, what they want to do. But I think that, you know what? I've made a million different channels. I've made so much content, so much music. I've put in the work. I've put in the extroverted Anyway, I've put in the extroverted work. What am I ranting about by now? I feel like I'm ranting about 10 different things. We gotta keep it, making sense. We're talking about the inner child. I want to live with, the faith and the trust that my life is gonna go the way that I want to go. And that is, if that's childlike, I'ma take it. Because I think that it's very strong, especially as an adult now, where it's literally a choice. As a child, it was like a default. Now it's a choice. And it's a choice that would keep me happy because I can't live for the basics. I live for large goals and big dreams and changing the world and inspiring people like me. That was my childhood goal. That was the dream of the inner child. And I'm not going to reject it to make money. And I'm not going to allow capitalism, but not just capitalism, society, to take that away from me when that is literally the most valuable thing that I could bring to them. But let me know your experience as an INFP. I love to see especially comments from older INFPs. Let me know if you went through this kind of situation in your young adulthood when the world kind of broke your tail down and you had to build yourself back up. Let me know what you did. Because I'm still in the process of doing it. I do not know everything. I don't like making videos where I talk like I know everything. I do not know everything. I do not even know how to stay on topic for a video. Okay? So let me know. Help me fast track. Thank you so much for watching.